Do you guys remember that episode of Magnum PI where he asked TC to take the chopper up because there was this weird evil billionaire nerd with a giant underground bunker in Hawaii?
You do have a bunker there. Is there something you know that we don't?
No, I think that's just like a little shelter under.
It was going to turn entire states into computing centers to program the people.
Hey Kelly, so this is Zuckerberg's most aggressive play yet in the race to build superintelligence that is AI systems that can outperform humans.
While getting the people to have to pay for the thing that would actually enslave them. So Magnum decided to just fly over top of the whole thing so the world could see it and thwart the billionaire's evil plans. Yeah, I don't remember that either because that wasn't an AV's TV show. That was me last week. So I took a chopper over a data center in Ohio because they are being set up to completely destroy all of our lives while making us pay for the thing that's going to enslave us, because I just realized I have turned into an 80s TV show protagonist. But I'm actually not screwing around. I took a chopper, and I hope this pisses off a lot of federal level politicians and billionaires because fuck! So what's going on in Ohio and many other states across the United States is both diabolical and not being seen by anyone. The moment that I first became aware of anything, but completely disregarded it because it seemed absurd, was when Vivek Ramaswamy, who is a failed presidential candidate and basically a manufactured Trojan horse by George Soros money from his college days, this guy said that he thinks Ohio and the Ohio River Valley could be the next Silicon Valley because he is in fact running for governor, possibly because he got booted out of Doge.
Silicon Valley, right, has been at the bleeding edge of the American economy for the last 20 years, just by market capitalization, by innovation. I think the Ohio River Valley can be the...
You want to bring Silicon Valley to Ohio.
Even one step more than that, to go to the next level where Silicon Valley isn't.
And I laughed at that. I thought that was absurd because the Ohio River Valley is basically like farmland in the boondocks. There's nothing about it that would work for infrastructure. There's not big cities around there, except for like Cincinnati. So it doesn't make sense. Until a data center was being built close to my house in the countryside. I didn't even know what it was. It was a bizarre amount of acreage, like 240 acres. I'm thinking, is this a massive housing development? What's going on? Until somebody told me what it was, a meta data center. And then I started looking into it and I realized that Ohio, because of Lake Erie being the entire northern border, essentially, of Ohio, as well as the Ohio River Valley, that's the coolant and the cooling systems for these massive data centers and the energy production. I didn't realize it. We're all being set up. Our entire state, our land, our waterways, our environment is about to be leveraged and basically destroyed only for the sake of data centers and AI. The internet keeps growing, but our productivity doesn't. We're not building anything new. These aren't factories. These aren't places of learning that are free. These are nothing that in any way makes America or our society better. So I wanted to fly over this. I'm showing you the footage. So last week, Thursday morning, decided to take a chopper up and away. Now, the data center is basically halfway between Perrysburg, Ohio, which is a suburb of the greater Toledo, Ohio area in northwestern Ohio, and also Bowling Green, Ohio, which there's another university there. And it's in an area of farmland that no one would ever see and no one would ever care about. Unless there's a loudmouth YouTuber that doesn't like bullies and piece of shit lying politicians and evil manipulative nerd billionaires fucking all of our lives. And flying over it, we have I-75. Now, I-75 runs all the way from Detroit to Florida. And close by, we also have 80/90, which runs east and west. If I'm not mistaken, basically New York to LA. So the crossroads of America. The Great Lakes are, if I'm not mistaken, the biggest freshwater reserves in the world. So we have that. We have the ability for air. We have the ability for rail. Now, this is going in close to I-75 off of an exit, but you wouldn't see it from the highway. And when you go up in the helicopter, it's very obvious where their placement was to do that. It's close enough to all the infrastructure, but farther enough removed. The only people that would notice are the people driving by that probably wouldn't care, or the farmers, or the people in the small rural houses in which, and this is not hyperbolic, this will destroy their lives and property value. And I'm going to come back to that. So you can very clearly see the exit off of I-75 and the fact that it's midway between the greater Toledo area and Bowling Green, Ohio. But the other thing you'll notice is the absolutely beautiful, breathtaking, and vastly important for humanity farmland that it's taking advantage of. But this one's hidden away. You can see the vastly deep pits for water that's being dug out specifically for it, for the cooling. And this potentially is a smaller data center. If you look on the north side, you can also see the electrical grid infrastructure being brought in. Now, if I'm getting the numbers correct from what I'm hearing, there's going to be over 1,000 jobs temporarily while they're constructing this. And then when it's up and operational, there will only be approximately 100 maintenance jobs. New jobs. That's it. 100 new jobs. With an average salary of, I've heard, $85,000 a year. So that's $8.5 million a year of salaries that will allegedly be influxed into the area if those people actually live here. Not a lot of money considering this is a $1 billion project. And it's billions of dollars worth of computing ability. Also, I've been told that there is a 15-year tax abatement. So despite this untold computer power being put in Ohio, and this is just one of many to come. This is one buried in farmland rural America that we were not supposed to notice. Just wait until the shit happens in Lake Erie and the Ohio River Valley, and we're really screwed. So this one wasn't supposed to be noticed, and it's a small one. $8.5 million for the people getting paid in their area. But a tax abatement of 15 years. No taxes. 15 years. It's kind of like Donald Trump's big beautiful bill, which was an abomination. It was supposed to have unregulated AI for 10 years, and no state would have the power to regulate it. 10 years of unregulated AI from this point, which includes the nature of what data centers are, is game over for the world. It is game over for any shred of what the United States government was supposed to have been founded on for we the people. That will hand over complete control to the technocracy, the tech bros. Or what really is happening is techno-feudalism, because this is an arms race of data and AI, where these sick fucks like Alex Karp call it a zero-sum game. It's all or nothing. They're in it only for a complete control, complete win, world domination of all information. This is not hyperbolic. You can see him saying it. That's exactly what that means. These are people who create nothing tangible, do nothing to better anybody's lives. And now every shred of information, completing to where your eyes go, what you look at, how you like, to now people's DNA, everything is out there. These are the things that they're putting in. Ohio, if you look it up, is approximately the number 4th most valuable place on planet Earth for AI and data centers because its geographical location and the ability of cooling. But look at this data center. Look at it being built. It's only a small fraction of what's going to be coming. The rest of that farmland you can see is about to come up. And let's not forget the people whose lives it's going to destroy. But look at the grid. Maybe a majority of it is being paid for by the company to bring in the electricity in. But now the demand will be massive because data centers and AI are highly inefficient thinking brains. They are orders of magnitude less efficient than the human brain. So they only do 2 things. The second thing that they do, by virtue of power and product, is compute and make data and think. But the thing that they actually do, if you look at what it is, they're a giant heater. Period. They are a heater that thinks. Nobody cares about the environment anymore, do they? Old electric cars were the big leftist scam that's supposed to matter when an EV and their battery has a massively larger carbon and energy footprint to create than a normal internal combustion engine car. And I recently built a car that has a lower carbon footprint per mile on straight diesel alone than an EV does national average. And I'm one guy in a Quonset hut, built a car for about 30 grand. We are being manipulated, lied to, and controlled. And that's what these data centers are. This is the final boss and the final straw. But the thing that burns me up is Ohio is my home, my state. I care about the people. I care about the land. I care about the animals. I care about the environment. I care about the farms and the farmers and the workers and everybody. And our sick, gutless, pussy politicians, by the way, pussy is short for pusillanimous, which means a weak man. Our gutless loser politicians think it's a prestige project where we won't collect any taxes. And we're basically subsidizing all of the electricity to create the things that will enslave us. But it's more than that. It's an arms race for data computing of the financial system. Bitcoin, data currency, it doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. It's not gold. It's not silver. It's not a product. It's not even labor. There's nothing there. Humanity is chasing something and building power grids and power generations and creating massive heaters of our waterways and our land and destroying people's lives for nothing. For the bullshit game of currency, for numbers on a computer screen that don't fucking exist. Meanwhile, all the people of Toledo, Ohio area, Perrysburg Township, Bowling Green, Ohio, our electricity bills will skyrocket because of demand. Isn't that interesting? Nowadays, we're all getting smart meters on our homes and businesses. What happens one winter when the electric grid can't handle it? And we, the people, are second rate to these goddamn data centers. And we lose the power, which now costs 25 to 50% more than it did because we're subsidizing this while they don't pay taxes to billions of trillions of dollars worth of power in Silicon Valley, owned by evil nerds that have giant bunkers in places like Hawaii or New Zealand. That our gutless loser politicians have just sold all of us out, the entirety of Ohio. Well, what are we going to do? Vote? Are we going to tweet about it? Oh, I'm sorry, it's X. Are we going to excrete about it? Are we going to make a YouTube video? Are we going to go to war the right way with politicians? Or is it too late? The other thing is they're all military targets. Each and every one is a military target with no defense. You want that? You want a giant world bullseye next to your town and your house that saps more power than the entirety of the town that you have to pay for? Meanwhile, when the entirety of the economy and politics and everything is so hypercritical and inflated and insane and fake and we're being pushed around that nobody can make a living or build a business anymore, we're supporting this? The thing with these evil tech bros that will manipulate us and mine us for every data? You think these evil nerds care one shred about you, me, an animal, a tree, or anything of the land at all? Or how about our gutless, pathetic politicians that say nothing about this and do nothing about it, while they let Vivek Ramaswamy, an actual anchor baby, whose parents are from India, that got his college scholarship paid for by George Soros money. Basically, a guy that's been considered a terrorist around the world and banned from countries because he manipulates countries and screws them up so much to trade currency become worth billions of dollars. That's the money that supported Vivek Ramaswamy. The guy who then bought the rights to a failed pharmaceutical drug that maybe kind of helps with memory loss, that they can tout as a cure for Alzheimer's. And he can basically do a rug pull and cash out with $130+ million so they can manufacture a rich guy. A guy that's connected to people like Peter Thiel, the somewhat disfigured looking homosexual man that's connected with the CIA and Palantir, which is the program that Trump's giving a perfect red carpet to use AI to consider every data point to be able to enslave us, to ensure that there will be no more government anymore, no more direction, no ability to lead yourself or control or fight back in any way. This is Vivek Ramaswamy. Maybe he was born in Ohio, but he has no business, literally, in Ohio. He has done no philanthropy in Ohio. Nothing. Doesn't care. He is a walking embodiment of the meme, hello, fellow kids. And the gutless Republican Party just sells out to this. Vivek Ramaswamy didn't even poll as high as Krispy Kreme Christie. And goes around with his stupid big finger like he's an overly enthusiastic amateur proctologist. This is what we're leaving in Ohio? You know, I got mad at another video recently because the Democrats always like to talk about school shootings. Yet when you actually look into it, it's approximately 16 to 17 students die on average a year. But over 200 students die from just recess in gym class. 7,500 people die in America by getting hit by a car as a pedestrian, and 6,000 veterans of the United States Armed Forces commit suicide each year and off themselves. And those are just the numbers that are reported. The Democrat Party is a complete disaster. But how stupid is the Republican Party to just let this, a George Soros-built, manufactured puppet who's only a globalist Trojan horse that doesn't give a rat's behind about America? He goes on podcasts and say, being American is not about just being American. It doesn't matter how many dead relatives you have buried in a military cemetery in Kentucky. Me, potentially you, millions of other Americans, we have all of our families buried in cemeteries in Kentucky and Ohio and Arlington National and Dayton National. And while this piece of garbage spits and laughs in our face and tries to cruise into governor only to facilitate the building of these AI and data centers, which are completely taking advantage of we the people of Ohio, leveraging our land, destroying our beautiful Ohio River, destroying Lake Erie, which already has a problem with heavy metals, and you can't even eat the fish safely entirely. But we're going to do this, and then we're going to build more power plants and bigger and more powerful AI to enslave everybody. I'm not effing kidding. What do you think's going to happen? Every kid, every adult and old person are addicted to these damn things, just looking at them all day. When you have that level of untold dystopian sci-fi computing power that we're being patsied into build to enslave us, what do you think it's going to do? Oh, it's going to cure diseases? Give me an effing break. Big Pharma already has cures for diseases, but they bookshelf those so they never see the light of day and only sell the drugs that treat symptoms. This was never to help any of us, and it's time each and every one of us wake up to what's really going on, because we have to stand and fight, and we're going to fight the right way first and foremost. And then when it all goes to hell, you stupid sons of bitches don't know what's in store. Look at each and every one of these homes around the data center within a quarter-mile radius or right next to it. Those people's lives are destroyed. They're not independently wealthy. They don't have a summer home up north in Vermont and a winter home in Scottsdale, Arizona, and Florida, so they don't have to pay state income taxes so they can say they live in Florida 52% of the year. They live here. And this data center is literally going to destroy their lives. Hot air, humming, noxious fumes. What if they have to put in giant turbines that burn petroleum just to create more electricity to do it? All those people's lives are wrecked. Their property value is shit. Everybody that lives in Bowling Green, Ohio, it's a beautiful little town, or Perrysburg, Ohio, we have to pay for the electricity. Is there any business owners out there, any real Americans, real Ohioans that want to do it? I'll fight it. I'll risk it. I'll tell the truth. You want to come and get me? You want to talk me out of it? Fuck you! This is my home! This is generations of my family fought countless stupid fucking wars for Washington, D.C., for Ohio, to build it here. This is the state that brought us the Wright brothers and the first powered flight. This is the state that brought us the first man to walk on the moon. This is a state that's got everything from John Glenn to Jack Nicklaus. And not some son of a bitch, George Soros, anchor baby piece of shit, to sell us out to tech bro pieces of shit to enslave humanity. But these bastards are going to destroy any shred left of us ever achieving our dreams or having a nice community or life. It's already hard enough. How many of all of us have had our dreams ruined? Ruined because of Washington, D.C. Ruined because of our goddamn corrupt government. Ruined because of these stupid billionaire fucks that just buy people and destroy law. Ruined by corrupt judges. Fuck them all! I want to know, is there anybody out there? The Democrats can't win. Their entire fucking party is a joke. The Democrats were just controlled opposition so all these fucks can get in and sell out the Republican Party to just destroy all of our lives. This is how mad we all should be. This is where humanity actually is. This is where we're being sold out and taken advantage of. It's that high of a level. I've spent the last decade plus building, education, nonprofit, mentoring people to get amazing jobs. I got a Lifetime Achievement Award in education from President Donald J. Trump and one from President Joe Biden because I have that many fucking hours in helping people. I even got to fly with the damn Thunderbirds. So if you stupid sons of bitches want to set me up, the Air Force already did a giant background check for them. You sit backseat of an F-16 and rip through a goddamn canyon. And I don't give a flying fuck if any of you want to ruin my life or anything else because you're ruining all of our lives. Let's fight together somehow. We have to save Ohio. These bastards are shoving this up our ass with big Vivek's stupid greasy finger, and I'm done with it. Stand up and fight. They're fucking us all.
I think the Ohio River Valley can be the...
You want to bring Silicon Valley to Ohio.
Even one step more than that, to go to the next level where Silicon Valley isn't.
Hey, Kelly, so this is Zuckerberg's most aggressive play yet in the race to build superintelligence that is AI systems that can outperform humans.